Dingoos, good morning. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. Very exciting episode in store for you today. We're going to be talking Bitcoin, the stimulus bill, the stimulus relief bill, inflation, NFTs, inflation, as well as we're going to be talking about a little bit about Ethereum, as well as at the end we're going to talk about two protocols merging, which we've never seen before in blockchain. At least to my knowledge. So that's going to be interesting to watch unfold, and we'll briefly discuss it. It should be a short, fun episode for sure. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's just talk about Bitcoin all-time highs. I'm not too concerned about price action, guys. I'm really just chillaxing, acting cool. I mean, at the end of the day, don't expect much negative price action over the course of this month because $1.9 trillion just got introduced to the economy, and the checks should be rolling out over the next week to 2 weeks, right? And a lot of it's going to go straight into crypto. But anyways, let's move forward. Breaking: Biden has signed a 1.9 trillion COVID relief bill, clearing way for stimulus check vaccine aid. So there you go, guys. 1.9 trillion. Inflation is below 2%. The Federal Reserve, wink wink. I mean, the way that inflation is calculated, I've said this many times, is it's horseshit, right? The CPI is very misleading. You can look it up on your own time. I'm not here to explain that, but you can see it in, I mean, raw materials and commodities right now are going through the roof in terms of like plywood. If you go down to Home Depot, Lowe's, or your hardware store and try to buy a piece of plywood, it's $35, guys. It's $35. You buy a piece of sheet metal, it's expensive. You go buy a house. I mean, houses are selling $40,000-$50,000 over asking. You buy a pickup truck, they're $60,000, guys. Things are getting out of control expensive. It's in plain sight. It's in plain sight. And one way you can see it in plain sight, Arizona's, guys. Arizona's. They've been 99 cents since I was a kid, and now they're $1.29. Inflation is out of control. Time to end the Federal Reserve. Arizona's, man, inflation's out of control, where you see Arizona's going up 30 cents. Right? Insane. Anyway, use those stimmies wisely, Futurama says.
No cheap crack houses for me no more.
Very good, sir. Shall I pre-warm sir's crack pipe?
Are you going to be attending the crack mansion? I don't know. I thought that was funny. Anyways, Peter Schiff and Spencer Schiff had an interaction on Twitter. Spencer Schiff is Peter Schiff's son, and it's the funniest thing ever. Joe Biden is wrong. We're not coming out of this out of the darkest period in U.S. history. We're just entering it. The problem wasn't the disease, but the government's cure, which will be fatal for the dollar and the economy. There's no vaccine to protect us from an inflationary depression, Spencer Schiff says. At least you can vaccinate yourself against inflation by buying Bitcoin. The Bitcoin vaccine will actually be more harmful than the disease. If you want to protect yourself from inflation, you can buy gold or silver. You can also buy gold or silver to hedge your Bitcoin, but there's no vaccine for the overall U.S. economy. Why don't you just buy some sats to hedge your gold and silver positions? Come on, just 1 or 2 Bitcoins. I know you can do it. No reasons to throw that money away. I can use it to buy something else that will be worthless, will not be worthless in the future. And then Spencer says, your loss. Guys, gold has been the same price forever. I mean, same with silver, although silver has more room to run because the shorters have been shorting it for years and suppressing the price for years. So silver might be a better investment. But think to yourself, why would you listen to Peter Schiff in this argument? Why would you listen to man that's getting older, that's losing agility to think about the future and see where we're going? Because obviously and clearly blockchain is the future, and Spencer sees that, and he's actually part of the future. So invest what the younger generations are interested in, and it's undeniable that the younger generation is very interested in blockchain, and the younger generation will be the future, and the future will have the money. So why the hell are you going to be investing in gold when the younger generation has no interest in gold, or very little interest? NFT finance, you can put down your NFTs as collateral. Very interesting. They also do not have a token yet, which means there's an opportunity to possibly get an airdrop. So if you have OpenSea's art, go deposit it, take out a loan, or use it as collateral, whatever you want. Or actually, you can even give somebody else your ETH and take their art as collateral, right? So very cool. This is what I've always been saying, where I say buy NFTs and utility and innovation will be built around NFTs, right? Because that's what happened to crypto. You buy the token and eventually innovation will be built around tokens. I mean, hopefully, right? That's what you're speculating on. So it's nice to see some innovation. Financial protocols are definitely a big future, and I'm sure if they come out with a token, it will do well. If you participate in the protocol, you possibly could get an airdrop, guys. So I don't see why you want it, other than the $20 gas fees. Beeple JPEG sells for $69 million. Justin Sun did not purchase it, guys. Round of applause. Justin Sun did not get his filthy, grubby hands on this artwork. Thank God. I thought he was going to buy it there for a second. But, hey, that's good. That's good. 69 million, and it's all on Ethereum, guys. A $69 million purchase on Ethereum's blockchain. And I mean, do you think Ethereum's undervalued, guys? A lot of money is moving across Ethereum's blockchain daily. A lot. And another thing I quickly want to point out, a $69 million settlement on Ethereum's blockchain, and the transaction cost was probably $50. On the world settlement layer, gas fees won't really be an issue, even if it stays between $20 and $100, guys. People don't care about gas fees when you're settling hundreds of thousands to $1 million. And to be honest, I would be, I mean, at the end of the day, on a world settlement layer, if Ethereum gets that kind of traction, and it already has, I mean, people settling millions of dollars, they don't care about a $20 to $100 transaction fee. It is what it is. Maybe retail will be pushed off of it, but no matter what, Ethereum has a bright future, even if ETH 2.0 doesn't get implemented here soon. But I do think it will be. Anyways, just like I said, if projects don't have a token, they definitely could have an airdrop. Here's another list. OpenSeas. If OpenSeas has an airdrop or just a token release, man, I'm getting in on that sucker for sure. DYDX, Foundation, Super Rare, Niftygate, all NFT places, Zapper and Xeron, DeFi, Decentralized Finance, and Paraswap. And Paraswap seems like one of the sure shots because it's just a DEX, right? And all the DEXs have tokens right now. 1inch had an airdrop. Uniswap had an airdrop. I mean, I forget what else. And there's people like OPYN, which I brought up a long time ago. I like OPYN a lot. They don't have a token. DeFi Saver, which is like a smart wallet, they don't have a token. Every protocol that does not have a token potentially could have a token, and it doesn't seem likely that they won't come out with a token, because why wouldn't they, right? It brings more capital and attention to their project, and that's exactly what they're all trying to do. So it feels inevitable. It's just whether they decide to do an airdrop or do another token release method. Ethereum's narrative has always been proof of stake. Miners were just temporary placeholders until the code was complete, but now they've grown accustomed to the good life of high fees and mining rewards, so they don't actually want to help the network. Time to cut them off. EIP 1559 will help that significantly, and then obviously once we convert completely to ETH 2.0, we're set in stone for sure. We're going to be living the good life. I mean, Alex Stokes tweeted this today. It's a long list of the conversation they had on the ETH2 call just today. So a lot of coordination's happening, and obviously things are happening behind the scenes all the time on Ethereum's blockchain. I would never, ever, ever bet on an Ethereum killer, guys. Ethereum's way too strong with network effects. Way too strong. I don't care about the gas fees to an extent. Obviously, sometimes they get out of control. Keep is a community-driven project, and the new Cypher hard merge proposal has received positive feedback from our group to ensure you have all the necessary information, blog post. So they are merging Keeper Network as well as new Cypher, which is going to be interesting. We believe the teaming up is the best way forward, as we see every day in Ethereum. Cooperation and composability often trumps competition. I totally agree. The Keep and new Cypher networks have built similar technology with similar goals. Rather than continuing to split the market, we think we can achieve significantly more together. And while both dev teams will remain independent, we'll all be focused on a single protocol. See, I don't know about that part, right? While both dev teams will remain independent, but they will focus on a single protocol. I don't understand that one. But we'll see. I'm kind of curious, because I do think if in a free market, in a free economic market, monopolies are built. Monopolies are built. And Ethereum right now is a free market. Monopolies are built in a free market. Big guys gobble up the little guys until they have full market share, or pretty close to it. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your worldview, that's a good thing, bad thing, whatever you want to say. But we will see. Make sure you participate and try to find those monopolies, because those will lead you to financial success, no matter what you believe in.
Don't run 1 mile.
Now this is motivation, guys. We're getting into the cartoon animations today. Ready for this motivation?
Run a marathon. Don't have one family. Have a second family all the way across the country. Don't just have a second family. Have a third family in Santa Fe with an alternative lifestyle. Don't spend any time with the first 2 families. Make a commitment to family number 3 and double down by announcing it at his war hero father's retirement party. Don't go to the funeral, because remember, you got 2 other families to deal with and a marathon to train for. Don't just let Kenneth walk out of your life. Take his life from him. Don't just go to jail. Go to death row by killing the 2 other families. Don't just let anyone have their closure by apologizing. Send a message that you're not afraid of hell. Nike. You may not know this, but our full name is Nike. Don't run.
Nike. Imagine if, like, Simpsons, Family Guy, or Futurama had like their episodes tokenized and say, hey, you can have ownership of this episode if you buy it. Like, that's going royalties. I mean, I liked what Mark Cuban had to say the other day. He said NFTs are perfect for royalty and commissions. You make your product or episode or content into NFTs, and you put royalty on it for the rest of its lifetime, and you sell it, and it goes on to make you lifetime earnings. So NFTs are the future, especially if you can put royalties on that, for sure. It's insane. Anyways, that's all, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. It means the world. Also, join the Discord and Telegram if you would like. Chit chat in there all day long, as well as Twitter. Follow me. Description. Keep up to date. Peace out, Dingoos, and dingle dingle.